Hey, what's up, everybody? You already know what the time it is. It is Thursday, 7 o'clock p.m., and it is time for the Simeon Henderson Show, where we are giving a voice to the people. I missed you guys so much. As the week goes on and I get closer to Thursday, I get more excited about the guests I'm going to have on the show, more excited about the people that's going to watch, and more excited just about imparting some knowledge into you and entertaining you and also giving you some things that you can use. So we're about to kick it off with my first guest. But before I bring on my lovely guest, we gonna kick it off like we do, just like this.
Ain't no stopping now, it ain't no stopping now. Ain't no stopping now, there ain't no stopping now. Ain't no stopping now, it ain't no stopping now. Ain't no stopping now, it ain't no stopping now. This what you wanted, cause ain't no turning back. This what you wanted, cause ain't no turning back.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Simeon Henderson Show, where we are giving a voice to the people. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my executive producer, Jamani Anamdi, my producer, Jose Perez, my creative director and producer, Shelton Smith, and everybody that's involved with making this show go the way it go and move as smooth as it moves. Ladies and gentlemen, we are excited to continue our celebration of Black History Month. Tonight, our guest is savvy financial professional, businesswoman, and author Sabrina T. Gallion. Now, Sabrina's mission is to provide financial literacy to individuals and families. Her goal is to help people understand the importance of insurance protection, retirement, income strategies, and professional business strategies. In her book, Reawakening Your Roar, Sabrina challenges her readers to dig deep into themselves. Now, Sabrina is also the CEO and founder of Charged Up Women's Group. And I am super excited to have her on the Simeon Henderson Show today. So without further ado, let's welcome to the show, Mrs. Sabrina T. Gallion. Hey.
Hello. How
How
are
are
you?
you?
I'm doing good.
Finally, we got you on the show.
Right?
That's it. And that's how it is when you start getting so big and doing so much, it's hard to catch up with you people.
Oh,
So Sabrina, first of all, congratulations on your success as a savvy financial professional businesswoman and everything that you've been doing. You know, I've been watching you. We stay in tune. I watch what you're doing. You watch my motivation. We encourage each other. And people have to understand that it's about encouraging each other. Now, why don't you talk to us about your passion for helping people understand financial literacy?
so my passion is there because I've been in the industry for over 8 years. And so I've spoken with the young generation, I've spoken with the older generation, helping people with their retirement. And I think a lot of times people lose track of thinking about their retirement and what they want to do and what what finances they have to set aside. And so for me, it's a passion of mine to see people financially fit, to see
Mhm.
people reaching their financial goals. A lot of times you see people retired and they're still working. They're working at Jewels or they're
Yeah.
working at, these stores. And so we want to talk with people so they're financially set up for the
Yeah.
future, for now, building legacies for them as well as their children, instilling those financial literacy in them right
Yeah.
now, and so that this generation just can continue to soar.
Yes, that's awesome. I think as I become more financial literate, I have to give a big shout out to one of my sponsors, um, Recon Credit Repair, because I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not trying to sound funny, but I had terrible credit. I'm talking
Okay.
about For the first time in my life, my credit score is 700 or above. And I follow the process. I listen and I learn and I just continue to grow. So what you're doing is so very important because when people have their finances in order, they can live a little more comfortably. They can do a few more things. So how important is it to build generational wealth, and how do we start building it?
I think it's very important, but I think first it starts in the home. And I'm going to
Mhm,
go back for me for my childhood. I didn't
mhm,
get the financial education that I feel that I should have received. And so starting now, we start our children off younger. So we have the 529 college funds. We have the
mhm.
Roth uh, we have the Roth IRA for kids set up for them so that when they are ready to go to college, they can pull that money out tax free. Even if
Yeah.
they're ready to buy a home or if they're ready to buy a car, that's
Mhm.
all coming out of those accounts tax free. And a lot of people, they're not. I think it's the education. We have to get educated, but also you have to get into financial workshops. With my
Mhm.
company, we provide financial workshops every Saturday at 12 noon. Excuse me, 12 noon. These are workshops talking about college planning, retirement planning, asset accumulation,
Mhm.
how to build wealth. And again, starting with the home first, I think sitting at the table, talking about finances, giving the kids little assignments or little bills that if they're young adults, giving them a bill that they can pay and just showing them, getting them to know responsibility and things like that. But
Right.
I think first it has to start in the home. And if you don't know, just connect with someone like myself or other financial professionals who are providing these services because I'm telling you, it's so needed right now.
Yeah.
It's so
Yes, it is. And I think you said something that was key. The one thing that I have to say about us as Black people, it's Black History Month, right? So I want to give as much insight as I can during not only during this month, but as we continue to grow. One of the things that we don't talk about, and I know we didn't when I was growing up, is finances. Setting aside finances or setting up a bank account or having life insurance and things like that. So when tragedy struck and something happened, we were always in the hole. And
mhm.
it's because of a lack of knowledge. It's even in the Bible, it said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So what we have to do is we have to learn financial literacy, and we have to grow in the African American community so we can teach our kids and set them up. So what are some of the key ways to generate streams of income through investing? Because I know you do a lot of it. You deal a lot with investing.
So there's a few ways. I know a lot of people they run to the stock market, and yes, I have money in the stock market. I choose different companies that I want to invest in, but that's one way. But then a lot of people want to start investing, but they don't have the strong foundation. So I always have to go back when I talk about investing. I always have to go back to setting that strong foundation. So that's like
Right.
you mentioned, life insurance, having it on yourself, home insurance, car insurance, having that foundation first. And then if you have extra funds, then you can go to the stock market and you can buy into this company or that company. And then also another market that I have stepped into is the foreign exchange. This market has over $6 trillion that is trading on a daily basis. So
Mhm.
with trading, I trade about 6 times, 6 times a week, and I trade at night. So it's about 10 p.m. at night that I trade. And so we go in as a whole. It's a whole group of us. And so if you are interested, I can certainly give you the information. But it's a group of us. We go in and we make money in minutes, and then we kind of have a sheet to where we look at the compounding interest, so that our money is making money for us. There is so many ways to invest, but going back, you have to have that strong foundation first. And then if you do have money on the side that you want to invest in, you can. And then sometimes if you can be risky, that's a choice as well. But you also need to know what type of investor are you? Are you risky? Are you one that wants to just save and just grow your money? So again, it's a whole scope of things. But again, I can certainly help, and I'm sure there are other financial professionals that are out there as well.
So you're talking about if I were, yes, I want to know everything. I think I told you the message. I said, it's just time. I've learned that it's like you have your strengths, right? You have what you're good at, what you're passionate about, and things you can do, and you need to just continue to go for that. But what you also have to do, those things that you're not so good at, that the technical things and the things that you need help with, you can't be afraid to go get help, because that's how you're going to not only build wealth, but you're going to build success. And that's what people need to understand. You have to be successful. And how do you become successful? By knowledge, learning. They used to always say, if you want to have something from a black man, put it in the book. So, and that was so true, because the more I read, the more knowledge I get. And now I went from not being able to read to writing books, you know. So that's what I get, exactly what you're saying, and I appreciate that. And another thing I want to add, so we're talking about the financial literacy and the different things and how important that is, right? So now let's dive over here to this other side. You got a whole nother side, right? And this is something that I truly appreciate. I appreciate everything that you're doing, but one of the things, your book, Reawakening Your Roar, the 10-day challenge. Okay, so I have my book, everybody. If you don't have your book, you better let's get a good, I don't want the glare. Right there it is. I have my book. So before I ask you some questions, because I have some questions about the titles and things like that, why don't you talk to us about your book, and what inspiring message does your book offer to readers?
So my book, I'm giving you 10 personal experience that I've been through. But I want you to look at my story and then look at yourself. Look within yourself to see, you know, how do my life relate to, and I'm gonna give you some chapters, some titles of the chapters. So how do my life relate to bondage or loneliness? Or what is my purpose? So these are all things that you will find in the book. But the purpose of it all is for you to reach down deep on the inside of you and reawaken your roar. I think we all have a roar within us.
Yes, we do.
So as we begin to go through these chapters in the book, you're going to begin to see yourself in a different light. And you're going to begin to see the dreams and the visions that you had, and they're going to begin to come alive. Me going through the book and going through the process of writing the book, I was going through during those times, but God gave me a way of escape. He gave me a way to get through those times, getting through what I was bound by, or getting through when I'm lonely. What do I do when I'm lonely? What scriptures can I meditate on? How can I get a closer relationship with God so that this loneliness can leave from me? And so the goal of this book is for you, again, to reawaken your roar, walk in your purpose, walk in your true calling of who God is calling you to be, and soar. So that I could go on and on and on.
I know, I already know. I got it.
The book, it's amazing. I mean, I have so many notebooks of writings from me just going through different things and different processes, and how God deals with me in different situations. And I can see my perspective, but he also gives me the person on the other side's perspective as well. So and then there's a chapter in there for grace, humility, selfishness. Like, it's so in depth. When you read it, I think you're gonna get so in tune with God and where you are, but then coming out to, okay, where are you taking me, God? What's my next move? I'm ready for my next level.
The thing I love about your book is it's so funny. They say like-minded people, they hang, and great minds think alike, right? Yeah. So as it was so funny when I received your book in the mail and I started going through the chapters and I started going through the way you wrote the book, and I started looking at my book And I was like, wow, I was on to something, because this is something that's needed. Because when I looked at all of the like day 1, bondage; day 2, loneliness; day 3, blurred vision, baggage, purpose; free day, the free day. And then you have forgiveness, grace, and humility and selflessness. And I'm looking at these things, and then I'm like, wow, I can't wait to take the challenge. And then I look at my book, and I look at stuff like slaying your Goliath, surviving the wilderness, walking on water, facing consequences, building your ark, and then to believe that the soundtrack, the motivational album, I Am, faithfulness and things like that. I'm like, these are the things that people need to hear. And you giving it to them, but this is the key. You're telling people how to deal with these things and process these things and move through these things, but you're speaking from personal experiences as well.
Yes.
And that, because people see you, they see the polished pebble. They like, oh my God, she got it together, he got it together, they got it together, but they don't know the story. They just see the glory, right? Is that what they say? So let me ask you this. So your book is out, and everybody, you guys can go on Amazon. It's been up. You can go on Amazon, or you can go to Sabrina G Books at Gmail and order your book. You'll get a signed copy. Like me, I got my sign. Wait, there it is. She wrote a book in the book, y'all.
I'm lengthy. I'm sorry. I think
no. Hey, don't apologize. It makes anybody that takes the time to impart into people, it's a special thing. And that's what you do. So now we talked about the business and the financial literacy. We talked about the book. And let's get to Sabrina as the CEO and founder of the Charged Up Women's Group. What is your mission for the women who belong to the group?
So my mission is I'm switching it over to, I'm bringing over financial literacy there as well, because I feel like that is so important. That's such a foundation. And so we do the workshops in the women's group as well. Also I'm putting together discussions so that we can have open roundtable discussions about things that we go through in life, things that we go through in being single, things that we go through being married. And so looking within, again, just being self-aware of where you are and where God is taking you. And then also I bring in the arts. So we have dance classes. So there's jazz coming soon. We're going to have a hip hop class as well. So there's many classes that we have coming, as well as tap dance. We just had Devin. So she does meditation. So we just had a few sessions called Journey to Peace. Where she came into the group for an hour, and she kind of just went through a meditation with the women, just becoming one with yourself, digging deep. And so it's all about community. It's all about having that safe place for women to come to. And what drew me to forming the non-for-profit is because when I was younger, I didn't have that. And I think that's what we're missing, because if we can come together united as women in a strong base, we can move mountains. We can do many, many things. And I think a lot of people look at the next woman and think of competition and comparison, but it's not about that. If that lady has something that you need, reach out. Reach out. It's okay to reach out. And if you're all in the same field, that's okay as well, because you're unique in what you have as an individual. You're original. So nobody can't copy you, because you are original. And so for me,
I'm gonna say that. Man, I'm gonna say this, and I'm only gonna say it one time. You gotta have me speak to your women.
Oh yes, most definitely.
So let me tell you, let me give you this, right?
Yes.
My mother, she's in heaven. But my mother, I was very close to my mother. But see, I was a mama's boy, but not a bad mama's boy. She taught me a lot. But because of my mom and my grandma and my aunties, I had the most respect for women. And I saw how powerful and how strong women were, right?
Wow.
And last year I got to speak at a battered women's shelter. And I was Sabrina, and I'm never nervous. But I was so nervous. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? What do I talk about to these women? And I thought about it. I said, you had a mama, you got a wife, you got daughters, you got aunties, cousins, you got people that you know that were battling addiction and homelessness and when I got done talking, one of the ladies came up to me and she was crying and she said that she said thank you. And I'm like, why? She said, because before I came to this meeting, I was about to pack all my stuff up out the shelter and leave. But the key was I didn't have anywhere to go. I was just going to leave. So you can say one thing and you can impart something in somebody's life that will change their situation and that will put them in their set place or remind them of their set place and what they're supposed to do and where they're supposed to be. So, and women have to understand their worth and how strong and powerful and nurturing and loving and that they're really the backbone. Women have always been the backbone of our community. And when we had the marches and all that, look at it. It was always women on the front line out there, right there, pushing the charge. So I have the utmost respect for women because you guys just set the tone, and I appreciate that. So now let me ask you.
They're looking at you when you're speaking to them. They may look at you as a representation of their brother. Or you're speaking to younger girls, they may look at you as a representation of a father, like speaking into their life, speaking life into them. And so they may have never had that.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. But see, this is why my show is so necessary. This is why I stay focused on giving a voice to the people. I won't do buffoonery. I won't do violence and all of that. I'm going to stay true to who I am and what I do because there's a need for it. And we're going to grow from 100 to 10,000. But people like yourself and I working together with like-minded people is what it's going to take, because we have to show people what they're missing. We have to show people what they need. And I'm sorry, remind them, because they know. But we just have to remind people, and it's just one of those things. But let me ask you this. So all the things that you're doing, it's so funny because I've learned so much more about you because you're going to be on the show. So, I have to do all my research. I have to do extra. And you guys you're going on a global mission and doing global work and initiatives in Honduras, Africa, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti. I'm doing something wrong because I ain't went outside Chicago. Well, I'm joking. I've been outside Chicago. But what's going on with that?
So that was with my church, All Nations Worship Assembly.
Yes.
So I have a passion for missions. I told my husband, Richard, I said, hey, when the kids get older, I think I want to do missions for half of the year. Like, I really want to go. And I think me traveling to Haiti, me traveling to all these different places, Africa, just being with the people and spending time with the people and meeting them where they are. These are people that are living in huts. These are people that they use the bathroom in a little hole. Like, they don't have much, but they're very grateful for what they have. And so when you see that, I think we become more appreciative of what we have here. And so I love going. I love praying for people. I love one time we went and we painted desks in a school, and we did some work with some children. It's so many things that we were able to do. And so that time for me was very exciting. I mean, I think the first mission trip I did step away and I did cry. But I looked
Isn't it so rewarding?
It is. It is very rewarding. And I think the presence of God was it was presence there. Like, oh my God, like the glory, you could just feel it. And so in one area, they worship all day. I think we did church all day, which was fine.
And look, and people complain about going to church for 45 minutes.
Listen, just being over there, it's a different atmosphere. It's a different ground. And I think the warfare that's over there as well is real. But you have to go over there with a mindset that, hey, we're here to set people free. We're here to heal. We're here to share love. I think the most important thing is sharing that love and spending that time together. And we have great leaders at All Nations who teaches us, who equipped us with what we need when we're going out into those places. And then we are able to have free days as well. So it was awesome. And then going back to Africa, the motherland, no words. I will be going back there.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've been in education for 25 years, right?
Yes.
And that's what I have my degree in. And I was teaching, and then I just started, and I was a dean, and then I was just coaching. But I'm always still working in the schools, or I'm teaching acting classes, or I'm doing motivational classes. But the thing is, I remember I went to St. Martin's, and the kids I got to work with, and then I went to Mexico. The kids I got to work with, they're so precious, and they hold on to every word, and they just love you for just taking time out to be with them, to encourage them, to enlighten them. So everything is so awesome. Last thing I want to ask you, because time goes by so fast, doesn't it?
It does.
So I want to ask you a couple more things. Let's see if we can get through them. Talk to us about your education background really quick, because during Black History Month, what we want to do is we're inspiring our viewers and people to embrace the achievements and Black excellence.
So my background is in political science.
I said poli-sci.
Yes, poli-sci. So I'm big on law. I didn't go into law immediately, but I am going to go to law school. So be on the lookout. But yes, my degree is in political science with an emphasis in public administration and service. When I came out of college, I went right into a corporate job with Verizon Wireless. But then after working for Light Solutions and being in the financial field, I'm like, hey, I need to get licensed. So I went on the side, and I'm licensed in Illinois as a financial professional to sit with people, go over their finances, give them information about life insurance, retirement, income strategies, business income strategies. So that, it's everything that I do, I have a passion for it. I have a love for it. Like even for the law, like right now, like every other day I may go into my law 101 book, but I get upset a little bit with the law. So I write a lot. I write a lot. But the two main things that I'm gonna explore, and in the near future, and you'll see it because I've been writing about it, is solitary confinement and the death penalty. Those are my heart. I am going to probably write some books, or either write some type of ebooks on those, because those have my heart, and just experiences that people have gone through solid I can't even get it out. So I am going to write ebooks because those are my fields that I love. But my heart is like, it's a little too passionate right now, so I have to wait until I'm over that hump.
I feel you. Sometimes you have to do it at the right time. And I get you on that. So everybody, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. And I am talking with the author, businesswoman, Sabrina T. Gallion. You can follow her on IG at Sabrina Gallion. On Facebook, follow Charged Up Women's Group and find out what they got going on. They meet weekly on Saturdays. And then also make sure you guys get the book, Reawakening Your Roar, the 10-day challenge. It's available on Amazon or sabrinagBooks@gmail.com to order your copy, your signed copy of the book. And before we get out of here, Sabrina, we have to hit the people with the 5 things that they need to know from our Chicago Fly Guy. And I want to thank everybody that's tuning in. Man, you guys are awesome. Cindy, Jennifer, Shelton, Maria, Ron, Keisha, everybody. Thank you guys so much. But what I want to do is I want to entertain you a little bit. And let's see what our Chicago Fly Guy, with the 5 things he has for us on Black History Month on this Thursday evening. Let's check them out, Sabrina.
Hey, it's America's favorite personality, your Chicago Fly Guy, and I'm bringing you the best 411 and top 5 things that you need to know for Black History Month right here on the Simeon Henderson Show. Number 5. Now, you know you can't have Black History Month without acknowledging the NAACP. Yes. The 52nd Annual NAACP Image Awards are scheduled to air on March 27th, and there are some spectacular contenders, and Stacey Abrams is one of the contenders. You know Stacey. She's responsible for over 800,000 people registering to vote in the state of Georgia, bringing victory to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and delivering the U.S. Senate seat to the first African American known as Raphael Warnock. I'm your Chicago Fly Guy, and I'm proud to be a Silver Life member for the NAACP. Yes! Congratulations, Stacey. You deserve that award. Number 4. Have you ever been getting ready to board a plane and you notice the pilot is a woman? Well, Bessie Coleman is responsible for that. Bessie is a trailblazing woman. She's the first African American to receive her pilot's license in 1921. Congratulations, Bessie. Number 3, the godfather of soul birth funk in 1964. Yes, you know the godfather of soul, James Brown. He brought us Make It Funky. Yeah. Make It Funky. He brought us Get Up, and he brought us that iconic soulful sound, Say It Loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Yes, James, I'm black and I'm proud, brother. Number 2, did you know before there was attorney Johnny Cochran, there was John Mercer Langston? Yes, attorney Langston is the first African-American lawyer. He passed the bar in Ohio in 1854. Congratulations, attorney Langston. Number 1, and the Oscar goes to Hattie McDaniel. Yes, Hattie McDaniel is the first African-American performer to win an Academy Award for her role in the classic Gone with the Wind. Thank you, Hattie, for setting the bar high and setting the template for other black women to embark upon. I'm your Chicago Fly Guy, and this has been the best 411 top 5 things that you need to know for Black History Month right here on the Simeon Henderson Show.
Hey, boy, Chicago Fly Guy, boy, he had me going. Somebody said that definitely. Cindy said she's definitely purchasing the book. Congratulations to you, sister. Much love and respect, and best wishes and many blessings pursuing your law degree. So I just want to tell you this. I am so excited. I'm happy that you took the time out to come on the Simeon Henderson Show. Everybody get the book. You can follow her on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, and just check her out because she has a lot of things going on. Happy Black History Month to everybody. I appreciate you so much. And guess what? I have something for you because I know you rock the gear. So I have another one for you. I got to be symbolic.
Nice.
Got to be symbolic for you, and got the little extra touch with Simply Your Best on the sleeve.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I got you. I got that for you. I just want to surprise. So you'll get this. And thank you so much for all you do and inspiring the people. Continue to simply be your best. Continue to walk in your purpose. And I'm looking forward to doing some work with you. You know, I'll be trying to pick your brain.
I got you.
Tell Richard and the family I say hello. And once again, everybody, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. And we were honored to have Sabrina T. Gallion on the show, the author of Reawakening Your Roar, the 10-day challenge. Check it out. And we will see you next time on the show. God bless.
Thank you for having me.